Hello, Carter the Cinema Chump here. I'm here to talk about DVDs, the best form of physical entertainment. Best way to watch movies. There's special features, there's alternate endings, cutscenes, or deleted scenes. There's so much bonus features that you couldn't get on streaming, which is why I have this whole collection of movies. This is not the only thing I have. Must be like a fourth or an eighth of how much I have. There's so much more movies, and there's some tapes and CDs. I have so much forms of physical media, and I wouldn't really need to stream it because streaming requires Wi-Fi, which DVDs don't. That's the one main plus. And there's no buffering and stuttering unless the DVD stops working, which is unlikely unless you do some fuckery with it. So we're gonna get into this collection and show how much it's changed from the last time I've posted about it, how much my tastes have changed, how much movies I own compared to the last time I showed them, and some movies that I enjoyed, new tastes, new favorites. I'll get into those. So, inspired by a dude I know on Reddit, I sorted them by DVDs, have the box sets of the shows and movies up on top, and the Criterions and Blu-rays after the DVDs. So, there's some box sets, some foreign films. Never was really into foreign films. There's these I've had for a while: Jurassic Park, Die Hard, Toy Story, because everyone has a copy of Toy Story. And then there's some random movies I have up here. And shout out to the Video Village in Joppa, Maryland. Know the guy, his name is Devo. And yeah, DVDs, very cheap, good price. That's where most of them came from. So yeah, shout out to that place. Good place to go if you want physical media at a good price. I got this really rare movie, Sling Blade, for $5. And worth about 20 or 30 on eBay. So it doesn't really go the same price as resellers with overpriced movies. And there's some shows I like. Family Guy, only the old seasons. Seinfeld, one of my South Park seasons, and Friends. I got into Friends. Over here I have the Lego set and Seinfeld and The Office, which Office is pretty funny. Don't have any of those though. And Futurama, very good show. Watched all of it on Hulu. I'm enjoying the new season, and I'm having trouble finding the third volume. When this came with the Benner's Big Score when I bought it there. It was just in there. Disc I don't have a case for, so it's in a jewel case. Then here's my alphabetical order sorted DVD collection. And so I take the price tag stickers that I get from these DVDs, put them on the spines of a few of them, the green stickers I use for horror. Here's Alien right here. And the red ones I use as a 18 plus sticker for really grotesque or inappropriate movies like Boogie Nights. Here's one of my top 10 favorites. And Borat, really funny, really impressionable, because everyone does those dumbass Borat impressions. There's one of my favorite horror movies, Child's Play. Very good movie. My jump start to horror. And then the only sequel I have, Bride of Chucky. Pretty good sequel. I used to have just a collection of dumb comedies, here's American Pie. And there's 10 things that, this is actually recent. I've had this for a little bit. And my tastes have expanded from just random comedies and some obscure movies, which I have over in my other part of my collection, which I'll get to later, that I've expanded to more acclaimed, slower movies and foreign films. There's this Chinese movie, Chungking Express, which Quentin Tarantino had jack shit to do with it. He just has his name on it because he's the reason the movie got distributed over to the U.S. It's a rare movie. Overall, recommend it. It's on HBO Max if you want to watch it. And there's some kung fu movies or martial arts. This I bought last week. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, with the woman who is really good in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which another movie you should check out. It won Best Picture this year, and it was very original, excellent, and I still buy like numbskull dumb comedies, because I bought this too, Anchorman, pretty funny. I've seen it a lot before I bought this, and I bought a second copy of Beavis and Butthead Do America. I've been watching this movie ever since I was a kid. Really funny, stupid as shit, but that's what makes them funny. There's some like, I have more accessories over on my other shelf, but here's little Kenny, my favorite South Park character. There's a Blockbuster sign from the board game Blockbuster, pretty good game. And the Neuralizer from Men in Black, which I bought down at Universal Studios. And there's like my lanyard here. There's like defunct rides, or good ones, like old ones. There's the Monsters, Godzilla, not Godzilla, King Kong, and Earthquake, the big one. And my favorite, Back to the Future, Jaws, which I'll get to later about Jaws. And there's some DVDs like that are pretty rare in my collection that I did pay more for, only because of how rare they are. Like this one up in Bel Air. It's called Retro Replay, opened last year. Really good store. There's I bought this Black Friday last year, Crash. Not the shitty Best Picture winner Crash, but weird ass David Cronenberg sex one. If you want to watch something that's so gross but so weird, then that's the movie for you. And more foreign films, City of God. And I also have a love for actor Nick Cage. There's Face Off on DVD, Con Air, City of Angels, adaptation, a bunch of Nick Cage movies, more dumb comedies. I have 2 copies of this one, Dumb and Dumber. Always funny. It's like live action Beavis and Butthead, except they're even stupider. It actually kind of has a similar plot to Do America, so it's kind of makes sense to compare it. There's some Disney movies, not a lot of them. I have a huge amount of Disney movies, but just a handful of them on my shelf. Like here's one of my favorites, Emperor's New Groove, and also some DreamWorks movies, but not a lot of them. I recently bought this one, Chicken Run. They're making a sequel this year, which I am looking forward to. This is a pretty good movie. And there's not a lot of new movies, usually older ones, except for this one is the sequel to Blade Runner. Good movie. And Drive, pretty much just Ryan Gosling movies, but they're good. Which, don't listen to the literally me people. They're just a bunch of weirdos. And there's 2 Harry Potter movies. Those are recent. I just bought those. 2 Bond movies. There's Goldfinger, which I've heard is the best one, and this one's my favorite, Casino Royale. And there's JFK, the movie. Some more rare movies, like there's Kids. Don't watch this movie. It's really fucking terrible. And that's the end to this shelf. So we move on to my second shelf. Here's what I was talking about with Jaws. I have this big-ass Jaws poster that I got down in the Ocean City Ocean Gallery. Here's the Clerks show. Good show. Should have had more episodes. It was so funny. Here's some Lego figures of 80s movies. And there's my favorite Peter Venkman, Ghostbusters. There's a Neo. There's a 93 Back to the Future McDonald's toy. And an action figure, Peter Venkman. Here's some like CDs, Iron Man, and there's a Jay and Silent Bob Soda. There's my only 2 VHSs, both Nick Cage movies, Face Off, Raising Arizona, good movies, Toy Story movies, because like I have a bunch of Toy Story. Here's just a few of my CDs, not all of them, like Radiohead, Metallica, Bowling for Soup. I'm into pop punk most of the time. And this was just a random thing I bought. Like, everyone knows about Radiohead. I actually have a Radiohead poster. they're pretty good, but also drowny and whiny and shit. Then there's my other CDs. There's some Beavis and Butthead, Do America soundtrack, and Beavis and Butthead Experience with that rare Nirvana song. And here's my collection of CDs. There's some good pop punk. There's Blink-182, Green Day, Good Charlotte, Offspring, some emo, My Chemical Romance, Sum 41, and rest that isn't pop punk. Like, we got some Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication's really good, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Limp Bizkit. There's some new metal, like there's Rage Against the Machine, Weezer, Blue Album, Green Album, Pinkerton, and The Killers, really good indie band. Can't get this shit back in. Blink-182, really good band. Offspring, good listen. And here's my DVDs up here. It's a lot of new ones. And this is my third fucking shelf, and everything's like piles in so much that I don't have a lot of room. There's some like posters right here, including my card for Universal Studios. And up here's some posters for like movies. Here's 3 of the worst movies ever: Howard the Duck, Wild Wild West, and Freddy Got Fingered, which I jokingly signed David Cronenberg's name on. There's some pictures from like Roger Rabbit, Unbreakable, Midnight Cowboy, Breaking Bad, my Marty figure, and Lando Calrissian, my favorite Star Wars character, and a retro replay card. There's some more movies over here. We got Matrix, another one of my favorite horror movies, Misery, really terrifying. One of my second favorite besides The Incredibles, we got Monsters Inc., good movie. And Mulholland Drive, My Cousin Vinny, some foreign horror, The Others, Nicole Kidman, Perfect Blue, some anime, terrifying movie, which reminds me a lot of a movie, Requiem for a Dream. I hate this movie and I regret watching it. That's why I shrink wrapped it along with another one, Irreversible, which is on my other shelf, which I actually shrink wrapped. This is just like something from a comic book store, Collector's Corner, another good place. And then there's my mostly S's, including everyone's favorite movie, Shrek, my old favorite movie, Seven, which it's still in my top 5. Here's my actual favorite movie, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, better than the first. The first is not really that good to me. All the Star Wars movies, we got the SpongeBob, Spinal Tap, and some more TV shows. We got the Simpsons movie, and my favorite, South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, best TV show-based movie. And They Live, my favorite horror movie, The Thing, more Carpenter, Titan AE, really good animated movie, Titanic, which I have another copy of, really interesting movie, Tron, original concept, got Jeff Bridges from my second favorite movie, Big Lebowski. This is like my favorite animated movie, is Spider-Verse. This is the best TV show based, like I said, the South Park movie. This is my second copy of it. We got Stand By Me, Rob Reiner, the Scream movies. Since I have like a lot of horror movies, there's another one of the stickers. And there's Tremors, Wallace and Gromit. That's nice movie. Good horror parody. There's Wayne's World. This was my first DVD to start off this collection that isn't from my childhood. And my favorite Nick Cage movie, Wild at Heart, by David Lynch, guy who made Twin Peaks, Eraserhead, all those terrifying, weird movies. This is the rest of my DVDs, and then some Blu-rays. Got the new Top Gun. That was better than the first. Scott Pilgrim. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Mad Max. Some Christmas movies. Inception. And then my Criterions, which there's Chasing Amy, which started my Criterion collection since I got like every Kevin Smith movie. including the new Clerks 3, which is actually pretty good. Kind of sad, too. Roll of Tenenbaums, that's like my favorite Wes Anderson movie. Got Videodrome, really weird. Same guy made Crash. There's some David Lynch Blu-rays. There's Eraserhead, fucked up movie. L.A. Haine, which is foreign for hate. Haven't came around to watching it, but I've heard it's disturbing. Lost Highway, 4K. And the only ones I've actually seen are Videodrome, Roll of Tenenbaums. All these are just blind buys, except this one I've actually seen, that one. Everything else I haven't seen. And we got some more. This is just a overview of everything. And we're just going to move on to the next shelf. Here's like the last of my DVDs. There's some Fast and Furious, there's some Cars, Haunted Mansion, Simpsons house set, pretty rare too. And here's like my Disney movies, the rest of them, because I said I had a ton of them, including, this was a movie I watched as a kid, but this I got not too long ago. And this too. I haven't seen the first Fantasia, but the second one, really nostalgic to me, pretty good. Some Recess, my childhood favorite Peter Pan. There's my other copy, Incredibles, is Goofy movie, really good stuff. Down here's the rest of my Blu-rays and CDs, is Huey Lewis, which I bought because of American Psycho, but it's actually pretty good. I like Huey Lewis. Some movies I own on DVD, on Blu-ray, like Spider-Man 2, Atlantis, Home Alone, and Finding Nemo. Then there's some more stuff. There's some anime. I don't know why I got that. Last Temptation of Christ, only Criterion I have over here. It's Willem Dafoe. And I have this on DVD, Untouchables. It's on 4K. And here's random movies, some slip covers. There's like some Austin Powers, Blade, Dick Tracy. These are movies I used to have on my shelf but took off. There's Serpico, Slumdog Millionaire, all those. Ted, my other Titanic, Wall-E, which I didn't say this about Grease, which is on my shelf, but these DVD formats are terrible. They're too thin and, like, cause, like, the shelf to be cluttered, like, too tight. And that's why I have this over here. It's also in speed-up condition. There's X-Men, Spielberg's first. And here's some comedies behind it, some kids' movies. And there's Harry Potter, which I have over there, and 5 and 6, which I still need 3 and 4. Then I'd just be done with Harry Potter. Besides, Deathly Hallows. I'm not really a fan of Harry Potter. Fans are kind of weird. Author's not good person at all. Here's the comedies. Another Dumb and Dumber DVD. Ghostbusters, which terrible movie. Doesn't even deserve its own case. American Wedding. Club Dread, funny. Nutty Professor movies. That one's terrible. Road Trip, Shanghai movies, Team America, funny movie by South Park creators. Which there's some more. Here's some TV shows. We got Rugrats movies. There's Zoolander back there. Some more comedies and just miscellaneous movies. There's the director's cut of Pearl Harbor, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, some Ren and Stimpy, South Park, which is my show I have the most of, seasons 1 through 5, because 6 is over there. There's a Butters box set, Beavis and Butthead Do America, my original copy, and same with the South Park movie, because I'm not really a fan of these reprints that like take off what made them feel nostalgic. They got rid of the inserts and the disc artwork. As you can see, I don't like how they do that, so I just bought 2 more copies. And I don't like this case either. This is a Hollywood Video case, and it's a really weird looking case though. It's like a VHS case, and this is in really beat up condition. And yeah, there's Spike Lee back there, some Jackass, funny but also disgusting. Like video games, some NES games, PlayStation, PS2. My favorite console is like N64 games right there. There's the 64 right there too. And my amp, which behind it, just gotta move that, reveals more DVDs. There's the Clerks movies, Clerks 3, the terrible James and Bob movie, Deuce Bigelow. That was funny. The rest, more Austin Powers, same 2 movies in the third. Cars, the only Pixar movie not up on there. There's Dude, Where's My Car, Footloose, Scream 4, which I have all the Scream movies except for the one that just came out, because I have the 5th one on Blu-ray, which for some reason they just call it Scream. Scrooged, Terminator 3, terrible movie. This one was just random, Unfaithful, never actually watched it. Little Mermaid, Lawrence of Arabia. There's Meet Joe Black. I haven't seen it yet because it's like 3 hours long, but it might be good. I'm not entirely sure. These movies are super funny. Scary movies. Scary Movie 2 was funny too. This one doesn't have that much praise as the first. This one doesn't have praise either, but some people say it's good. A lot of people say it's bad. A lot of people say this one's terrible, but they're both really funny. I recommend them. And there's a Ship in a Bottle Lego set I have up here, Boys Don't Cry, which is really dark, messed up movie. I don't want to watch it again. If you're weird, you'd probably watch it a million times. Amistad, Spielberg. Which, yeah, that kind of concludes my DVD collection. So, I hope you enjoyed my overview of my physical media collection, games, movies, TV shows, CDs, a whole 9 yards. And I'm probably gonna continue running this channel as part of the Cinema Chump, like I said before. I remember it so you don't have to. Just copying other people at this point. I took this video idea from James Rolfe, Cinemassacre. He's pretty good, pretty funny, amazing collection, huge collection, I might add. And I'm probably gonna release videos related to like movies, like movie reviews, canceled movie ideas, and origins of movies, which I might get to if I don't forget this channel exists, since I run another channel which I focus more on, upload more often, but I still just forget I run channels and I just watch videos on YouTube instead of actually making them. So I might actually not forget this time, and I'll upload regularly, probably like once every week, starting with this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for anyone who stayed through this entire uploading time I've been on YouTube since about 2019. So, yeah, see you later, and have a good day, night, and all around.